Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bill Snyder Family Stadium, home of the Kansas State Wildcats for Week 6 of the 2020 college football season. Your Deacons are on a bit of a rough patch. They've lost two in a row, both ACC games, and now a Big 12 opponent they have not seen in the entirety of the Dynasty. This K-State team, guess what? They might just have something for them. So with that said, we welcome you to Manhattan, Kansas, and we're glad you're here. We'll pick things up. 13:30 to go here in the first quarter, and this is Jarvis Weaver. He can run. He's known for running, but Wake Forest scouting does really not know how to handle him. Right there, he picks up a couple yards, and then 3rd and 5. How about the tight end Jonathan Dickerson? 15 yards and a first down. 13 minutes to go. Kansas State runs no huddle offense, and they find Dickerson again. Dickerson 6 yards this time. My apologies. Brings up 2nd and 4. Man in motion now, Dickerson. How about the trifecta? Back-to-back times to Dickerson. Gets laid out there by Wake Forest defenders, but still hangs on. 3rd and 1. QB option, Jarvis Weaver picks up 4, and he will get a new set of chains. Now 2nd and 4, 12 minutes to go. Kansas State on the Wake Forest 36-yard line. And now K-State taking a little bit of time on possessions. That's Brian Reynolds. 6 yards and a new set of chains for the Wildcats. 2nd 1, 11.5 to go from the 20. Weaver has a man in Kane. And Eric Kane is down to the 1. 19 yards later, 1st and goal Wildcats. They will set up with a goal-to-go situation offense, and we'll see if they can punch it in for the first time. 11:20 to go, clock rolling. 1st and goal, I formation, handoff, Harris, and Chase Harris is in untouched. Just a simple handoff to the right, and he's in, and it's a touchdown Wildcats. They take a 7-0 lead. So after the PAT is good in a 7-0 Kansas State Wildcat lead, let's go studio update. How about ACC games in early action? Boston College over the University of Miami. Number 9 Miami. BC 3rd win of the year. Miami 1 win. How about some more games? How about number 1 and 3 losing Missouri and USC? And then Georgia Tech beating Clemson. So a lot of games finishing early. This one was a 6 o'clock kickoff. A lot of good games also. Vanderbilt and Oregon will the upsets. Back to our game halfway through the first quarter. Kansas State ball now from their own 36-yard line. Weaver, handoff to Chase Harris. Harris lowers the shoulder 10 yards, and he picks up a new first down. 1st and 10 now in ensuing play. Harris again. He's got room, and he breaks an 18-yard rush. No huddle, 7 minutes to go. From the Deacons 38, Weaver, 3-step drop, looking all day to throw. Has a man in Harris, and Chase Harris will be brought down after 4 yards. So they will set up the kicker, this one, for a 51-yard attempt. We'll see if K-State can add to the lead. The kick is up, it is hooking, and it is wide right. No good on the field goal from 51 yards out. And the Deacons catch a break there on special teams. So what would they do with that missed opportunity from Kansas State? Well, 2nd and 7, they wouldn't do much. Richie Miles' little tunnel vision there on Ryan Caldwell, picked off by Miller of Kansas State secondary, in the second INT for Miles on the year. Will it hurt the Demon Deacons? 3rd and goal. Weaver has a man in Houston, and Danny Houston will not get to the pylons. Good defense there by Brooks. 4th and goal. Let's see if he can make this kick. The kicker does so indeed, and it's a 10-0 game here in Manhattan. How about some more updates? Michigan over number 20 Mississippi State. Big Blue rolling in Ann Arbor. They improved to 2-3. Mississippi State falls to 4-2. How about right before the half? Nothing goes on in the second half, or the first half, sorry, and the only production after the first touchdown, 2 field goals. How about some more updates? USF and Houston will have some more updates from this game, but the winless Bulls of South Florida right now leading the Houston Cougars, who are 2-2 and ranked 10th in the country. So at half, like we said, nothing too spectacular happening after the first touchdown by Kansas State. Just 2 field goals, and it's a 13-0 lead for the Wildcats at half. But this game is easily in the Wildcats' favor. 227 yards for K-State and only 103 for the Deacons. Time of possession, 19 minutes for Wake Forest, 10:30 for Kansas State. And the only turnover of the game so far is that Richie Miles interception by Miller after the first missed field goal for Kansas State. So second half action, we'll see if anything picks up here. How about the first play of the second half? Kansas State, they deferred in the beginning, so they get ball now this time, and Wake Forest comes out hot. Chase Harris, -2 yards on the rush there. Wake Forest made it a point of emphasis in the halftime locker room to express awareness on Weaver and that backfield. It's been hurting them all game. Brian Reynolds, 6 yards, brings up a 3rd and 6. So on 3rd and 6, quarterback keeper Weaver, he's got room, cuts right. He's got a blocker, he's got no one in front of him. Jarvis Weaver will take it to the house. 71 yards later. And the K-State offense, after a slow start, only a 51-second drive, they lead by 20. Kansas State up 20-0. Let's see what the Deacons can do down big. 1 minute into the third quarter, this is Isaac Charles on 4 vertical route up in the middle of the field, and Charles hits 45 yards later. Good awareness by Miles to see him. Gets hit as he threw, but the ball was thrown just well enough. 3rd and 1 now, 12 minutes to go. Handoff to Jason Brooks. Brooks makes a man miss, and he's down to the 6. 8 yards on that rush. From about the 6.5, now 7-yard line, they move the ball back. Brooks lowers the shoulder, can't get in first time, but on the 2nd and goal after a 6-yard rush, we'll see if they can score. I formation from the 1-yard line. Miles, handoff to Brooks, lowers the shoulder, he's in for the end zone. Touchdown, Deacons. Wake Forest finally on the board, 20-7. How about defense? Will that help Wake Forest in the second half? 3rd and inches, handoff to Flowers, and unfortunately on this drive so far, it's not going to help them. Seth Flowers picks up a new set of chains. Man of motion for Kansas State. How about a quarterback option? Keeper by Weaver. He picks up 8. That was Chase Harrison motion coming up from the wide receiver spot. Now, more no huddle. 3rd and 6. Weaver looking, fires. Brian Reynolds catches it behind the shoulder throw from Weaver. First down, K-State. Man in motion is Dickerson. Weaver looking. Weaver gonna roll right. He's gonna take off. Got room. Fumbles. Ball's loose and K-State falls on it. Justin Fowler, the only time you're gonna hear his name, but a big recovery there. 2nd and 7, pressure coming, touchdown, Wildcats. Brian Reynolds on a designed 2-second catch and throw, and the Wildcats are up 20 once again. 8.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Wake Forest needs another quick answer, and a quick answer probably the rest of the game. How about Richie Miles? He can use his legs. He does so right here, 22 yards. First time we've really seen him use his legs all game. 8 minutes to go. Miles, 5-step drop. Still dropping. Now rolls right. He's got green in front. He'll take the green. He slides 11 yards later. First down, Wake Forest. 7.5 to play. Now play clock under 10 seconds. Has been all game for the Deacon offense. How about Miles' three-step drop to his star wide receiver pass? We haven't heard that hookup in quite some time. Ryan Caldwell. First time we have called his name tonight. 7 minutes left. How about Jason Bean? The other Jason in the offense for Wake Forest. Not Brooks, but Bean now. Over the shoulder throw from Miles. Took precision, and that's what it had. Over two Wildcat defenders, and the Deacons score again. Studio update. SEC action now. Kentucky, South Carolina. Kentucky not a football school, but maybe they're turning things around in 2020. They improved to 4-1 as the Gamecocks fall to 1-4. Back to our game in Manhattan, Kansas. 27-14. K-State leads by 13, 6.5 to play, and the clock is rolling here in the third quarter. Weaver, three-step drop. Design QB run. He'll run. Ball's out this time. And K-State will not fall on it. Wake Forest recovers the fumble. And how about long here? You get a player perspective replay. Good wrap-up tackle. Punches the ball out. And the Deacons answer. But would they score on this drive? 2nd and 5. Isaac Charles. 9 yards. Picks up a new set of chains. So, 4 minutes now to play here in the third from the K-State 25, and it's a 3rd and 5. Parks in the backfield with Miles. Miles looking, 5-step drop, now takes off. He will slide, and he picks up 7 on the QB keeper. First down, Deacons. 11 rushes, 28 yards so far for Miles tonight. 3 minutes ago, Miles looking, has Caldwell. That's a mid-screen. Set up beautifully, but 2nd and 12, they get 9. So they will have another 3rd down opportunity here. So far, 6 for 10 are the Deacons tonight here in Manhattan. 3rd and 3, 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Miles, 3-step drop, finds Caldwell again. He's been busy on this drive, 7 yards, and a 1st and goal to go. 2 incompletions would set up 3rd and goal. So now, on 3rd and goal from the 12, what can Miles do? Well, Miles is going to find an open man. And that is Isaac Charles, 13 yards later into the end zone. 45 yards in the street route earlier, now 13 on the end zone catch. And the Deacons are down 6. We enter the final quarter of regulation here, and it's 27-21. This time, 30 inches, nothing doing for the Wildcat offense. Jarvis Weaver loses 3, and the Deacons were all over that one. 3rd and 9. Wake Forest cannot produce anything. They go 3 and out. This is Harris, and Harris, 2 yards on the rush. 4th and 7. Remember, in the first quarter, the Wildcats attempted a 51-yarder, and it hooked right and missed. How about a 52-yard attempt? This one has the accuracy. It's just not long enough like the first one. And the ball misses the post by a mere 1 or 2 yards. So, 2 missed field goals for the Wildcats. You do the math, that's 6 points. Right now they could have 33 if they made them, but instead they're still only up 6. Jason Brooks wants to ignite the offense. He's got room up the middle, 33 yards later. Deacons are driving. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter from Manhattan. And Jason Brooks and Richie Miles are getting this team where they need to be to make a play when the time is right. 7 minutes to go. Miles drops, has a man, Caldwell, star receiver of the year and the team captain this year as well. He gets them down to the 562 yards on 7 catches tonight so far for Caldwell. His day might not be done yet. Correction on the spot of the ball, it is at the 8. So at the 8-yard line, 1st and goal, play action, Miles looks, J.D. Horton, touchdown, Deacons. Horton gives the Wake Forest Demon Deacons some life. This game is tied. They were down 27-7 at one point. They have held K-State scoreless since then, and they have tied this ball game. And how about tying this ball game? They take the lead on the PAT. And then they say, we're not done yet, add salt to the wound. Jason Brooks, over 100 yards tonight. It's 107. And on the touchdown run, How about another studio update? More from South Florida. The Bulls beat the Cougars 24-10. Another ranked team will take an L tonight. Hopefully for Wake Forest, they will take an L to K-State. It's looking good so far. 35-27. 2 minutes to play here in the fourth. But K-State, they have not passed the ball all crazy well tonight. It's been more about this guy, Jarvis Weaver, to near midfield, and then on 3rd and 6, when you think Weaver's going to get used, guess what? He's going to do something out of the ordinary. And right here, Danny Houston, just a streak route away, and K-State scores. They need this, though, or the game is over. 2-point conversion, 1.5 minutes to play. Weaver, slant route. That's going to be behind the throw, behind the shoulder, my apologies. And this one is no good. The throw wide, and the final play of the game, Weaver holds it too long. He gets sacked, and the Deacons rally from 27 to 7 down. Guess what? They do it. They come back, they end the losing streak, and they have to feel good about what they've just done on the road. Your final from Manhattan, Kansas. Deacons take it in a thriller at the end, 35-33. They end the 2-game skid. They improve to 3-2 on the year. And now it's about the ACC, and only one SEC team rest in the year, and that's Florida. Another team they have not seen yet. Should be a lot of fun. We'll see you later.